Welcome to today's Koenig Bauer live show. Today at day 4 we are joined by Robert Stabler, Managing Director of the joint venture between Koenig Bauer and Durst. He is going to talk about what's new in the exciting world of digital printing for folding carton and corrugated packaging production. Robert, welcome. We all know due to travel restrictions you're actually in your London office. I see in the background some sporting memorabilia or trophies. Are you a big sports fan?
Well, thank you, Sven. Thanks so much for the introductions, and sorry I can't be with you there today. And in answer to your question, yes, I am a big sports fan. I'm a lifelong follower of Chelsea Football Club, a London football team. And from my time in the United States, I fell in love with baseball and became a fan of the New York Yankees living in the New York metropolitan area.
Robert, please explain the background of this joint venture. Why was it formed and what are the targets?
The joint venture, Sven, was formed last year between Koenig Bauer and Durst. And our target is to really create compelling solutions for both the corrugated packaging industry and the folding carton industry. And we're doing that really through trying to leverage the core capabilities that both companies have. Koenig Bauer, of course, with its deep domain expertise in offset printing, paper transport and electronics, and of course a second to none go-to-market and service infrastructure for the folding carton industry. And then of course there is Durst, which comes from an inkjet printing heritage, ink production, ink formulation expertise, digital front ends, and workflows. And of course, the target of the joint venture is to bring the best of those core competencies together to develop solutions for the industry in a fast and efficient means. So we are really, really excited about the opportunities and targets for the joint venture.
We're all living in unprecedented times, Robert. How do you see the market for corrugated and folding carton developing over the next time period?
Yes, we are indeed living in unprecedented times, Sven. And even before the pandemic, we were seeing a number of trends that were transforming the packaging industry. There was brand proliferation, this increasing brand extension, keeping products alive to get up internet search engines was continuing at a pace. We have, of course, multi-channel distribution, the impact of e-commerce already changing the way that brands think about packaging and packaging requirements for their customers. And then, of course, the whole trend towards food security and food provenance was already a trend before this pandemic. And frankly, this was already driving the requirements for more colour in packaging, for shorter runs in packaging, and more complexity in packaging with requirements for elements such as track and trace. And, we see this trend only accelerating through the pandemic. Forecast accuracy for sure is not easier for brands in this paradigm, with everybody uncertain about what is going to happen 2, 4, 6 weeks or even months hence. And we also see the continuing challenges for consumers and brands with food provenance and food security. So, the provenance of the inks that are on the packaging is going to become more of an issue, an area that we at Koenig Bauer Durst are very passionate about. So in essence, we saw trends before the pandemic being accelerated by the pandemic. Run lengths are going to become shorter. We see the need for converters to become more agile and to become mass customization specialists. And that is in essence what successful companies need to be in this paradigm, able to embrace the trends that are occurring and to offer solutions to their brand owners that help them meet those trends.
What opportunities do you see for converters in this unfolding paradigm?
Sven, I see a lot of opportunities for converters in this unfolding paradigm. For sure, I think they have to have a mindset to be much, much closer to their brand owners than in the past. And that can take many forms. One, they could become a supply chain partner rather than printing job for job, case for case, really positioning themselves as understanding the overall volume, the dynamics of forecasting and the change in supply, and becoming that agile partner that can really support them to actually produce what is needed when it is needed for the customer, and to really have that close integrated supply chain partnership with them. Others are looking in this new paradigm at how they can become the promotional partner for brand owners, and that means helping them with pack design, POS design, helping them with their calendar of events based on real-time data, sometimes driven by artificial intelligence, to actually modify the pack based on actual sales data. And this is really, really exciting because it changes the conversation for converters with brands, and it changes actually their position as a trusted partner with brands. But of course, with that becomes the requirement for different capabilities, competencies, and mindset. You have to have automated workflows. You have to understand data management. You have to understand the pain points of the brand owner as well, and have insights for them in those discussions. And of course, very easily said, not easily done. But I think nevertheless, those that are doing it successfully, it is a real tremendous profit opportunity for converters in the industry.
When developing your solutions for the market to address these requirements, what are your key focus areas?
Converting environments, as you know, Sven, run 24/7, 7 days a week. And to be successful in those environments, you need to have presses that are highly industrial, highly automated, highly productive, highly reliable, with consistent print quality. And that is our number one focus when we are developing solutions. And indeed, that is what our customers tell us is the reason that they actually have purchased the solutions for us. And that for us is an absolute critical bedrock of our development strategy. But that alone, of course, is not enough. We have a situation where you need to have web ordering tools to mean that you can have all these jobs coming in with the fewest number of human touch points possible. You need to have an automated workflow system, rules-based, for pagination, for color management, to feed the right jobs to the press at the right time. And that is something that we have focused heavily on. Web to print, actually web portals for our customers, shop windows, an automated workflow system that runs throughout the plant for digital printing. And also we're augmenting that with artificial intelligence and machine learning to, in real time, based on data, based on what is coming in, to be able to give the brand and the corrugator the ability to really become an agile mass customization specialist.
Robert, I know you were developing solutions to show at Drupa this year. In the corrugated segment, you already have a powerful portfolio in the market. What is new with your Delta SPC 130 and CorruJet platforms?
Yeah, so Sven, based on the bedrock that I mentioned around automated and industrial solutions, we're really trying with our latest innovations to take that to the next level. On the SPC 130, today we have customers that are producing between 15 and 20 million square meters consistently a year. And we've added a couple of innovations based on their requirements to really broaden the application gamut that they can address with the press. First, we will be introducing a digital priming unit for uncoated media on the press, So this means that customers will in essence be able to print on a very, very broad range of uncoated media. This increases their production flexibility. They'll also, with that digital varnish capability, be able to produce some special effects that some of our customers are really very excited about. We'll be betaing that digital primer unit in the second half of this year, and it'll have a full launch at the beginning of 2021. Second, on the SBC 130, we are introducing special colors for the 5th and 6th color station, which enable customers to be able to meet special brand requirements with orange, with violet, as an example. And we will be betaing those in the second half of this year and bringing fully to the market at the beginning of next year. So this is all around this notion of making the press more productive, more industrial, and giving it the agility that customers need. On the Corrugated 170 press, we have just completed a very successful beta at Kolb in southern Germany. So that press is now fully launched. It really is for those customers that have exacting quality requirements. It produces exceptional print quality on a broad range of medias. It has a hybrid design, so with a flexo coating unit, optimizing for uncoated and coated medias, and a flexo station for a post-print varnish. It is a 4-color press running 5,500 sheets, 1.7 meters wide. So we're really excited for those customers that have exacting quality requirements, very, very high addressable volumes in digital print, that the Corrugated will meet their needs. In addition to that, the trend that I mentioned earlier on food security and food provenance is going to be an increasingly complex regulatory environment. And one thing we are committed to at Koenig Bauer Durst is having water-based inks that meet all the major regulatory environments for primary food packaging. And we believe that that is critical for our customers going forward, so they can buy a press that they can absolutely use for the maximum range of applications possible.
In the folding carton space, where Koenig Bauer has a very strong position in offset, what are your launch plans for the much anticipated VariJet 106?
Yes, we're really excited about the opportunities with the VariJet 106, and we're excited about it because our customers are telling us that the compelling trends we're seeing elsewhere in the packaging industry, the move to shorter run lengths, the need to be more agile, are actually also happening in the folding carton segment. The VariJet 106, we were planning to show at Drupa, that was going to be happening right now. It runs at 6,000 B1 sheets per hour. It has a highly automated productive platforming consistent with our design values. It's a 7-color press, so it gives exceptional color gamut and quality. So it really is aimed at moving those folding carton presses, folding carton jobs that are very, very short run off an offset press onto a press that is more optimized for those shorter runs. And our plan is to be, of course, we will show it at the Drupa in April 2021. But our plan is we'll be moving into the beta phase at the end of this year. So we'll be selecting betas in H2 next year and starting the betas at the beginning of next year. And there'll be a full product launch of the VariJet 106 after Drupa in the mid-2021 timeframe.
Robert, what can we expect from Koenig Bauer Durst when we meet in person in April next year in 2021?
Yes, we're already looking forward to Drupa next year, and of course, as any trade show, we'll have a few surprises that we can't disclose now. But you know, our thinking for the trade show is very much to position how these market changes are really creating opportunities for converters and brand owners. So we will be looking at a whole end-to-end solution incorporating artificial intelligence and machine learning to create outstanding productive quality for converters of primary food packaging and non-food packaging on the booth. We're living in really quite uncertain times, and our challenge at the show, and the challenge for the industry at the show, is to show how we can embrace this change and come up with solutions that enable converters and brand owners to maximize profitability in this unfolding paradigm. And we're really excited about doing that with the most productive, food safe, end-to-end solutions in the industry. So thank you, Sven, for giving me the opportunity today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Robert. It sounds like they are on an exciting and promising journey. We'll keep an eye on this joint venture. Well, that was the first week of Koenig & Bauer Live. We'll see you next week, and we will present to you live demonstrations on the brand new Rapidas and many, many other things. Have a great weekend, stay tuned, and see you on Monday.